FPV sims have been around since before FPV quadcopters were even commercially viable. Many pilots swear by sim time and will physically assault you if you don't have at least 300 hours in the DRL sim before you try a quad in real life. Other pilots will tell you a sim is no match for real life since the gravity is always f***ed up and you may as well just start shredding in real life. So who's right? I don't know. But I need to fill 10 minutes talking about something so I can get paid, so let's do this. My introduction to drone sims was FPV Freerider. It was $5 and I sucked at it. I couldn't fly for shit, but I also couldn't fly for shit in real life, so it wasn't the sim's fault. As terrible as I was at it, I still played it every single day. If I wasn't flying outside, I was inside, ripping Freerider. Do I think it helped me fly better in real life? No, not at all. Gravity and quads in real life are way different, but it did help me learn the motions I needed to do to make those tricks happen in real life. Let me explain. So I wanted to learn juicy flicks, right? But I couldn't wrap my brain around the stick movements to do them. And then I watched Wild Willie's video of him doing them and I slowed it down and I realized all he was doing was a front flip and then a half of a roll. So I took to the sim and I just practiced that movement over and over again until I got it down. It was one of those things where it just clicked, you know what I mean? I finally understood it. Suddenly I was like, okay, I understand juicy flicks. But that was in the sim. In real life, it took me a couple days to really get it down since the movement speed is different in the sim versus real life and as gravity. But it's the same motion. It's the fast front flip followed by the immediate roll. And I was able to figure that out by practicing in the sim for hours rather than relying on my real quad, which I needed to charge packs for, go fly those packs, then go home, charge those packs again to practice more. And that's if I didn't break all my shit during that practice or get bored of practicing one trick over and over again and just start doing something else completely. In a sim, you just respawn and try again. And like I said, the gravity and movement isn't like it's going to be in real life, but it's close enough that you can learn the stick movements for a lot of tricks. Most sims, you can also tweak the settings around and try to get it closer to real life as well. Also, ones with multiplayer are fun as hell. Uncrashed and a few others all offer multiplayer modes. I have very fond, albeit hazy memories at 2 a.m. playing Liftoff and voice chat with the homies. We would do freestyle comps, play hide and seek, play skate, all kinds of goofy stuff. It was just fun to mess around with an FPV video game with your friends online. I was like 19 when the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater finally came out, and all me and my roommate did was go to work, come home, get high, play Tony Hawk. And when I first got into FPV sims, it reminded me of that so much. I was obsessed. But instead of sitting in the living room of the double wide we were renting, playing on a CRT with my buddy, I was doing it at my house and playing on my computer online with friends from all over the world. Like I said, when I first started FPV and sims, I played FPV Freerider mainly because it was cheap, but it was also like the only sim that would run on my computer. Also, it was like the only sim available at the time. But now, searching FPV inside of Steam brings up dozens and dozens of entries. Some are racing focused, some are focused around freestyle, and some, including this little number right here, I think are just fucking stupid. I think it's pretty gross to want to simulate killing people with your FPV drone, considering, like, people are doing that right now, Russia, Ukraine and everything. And I'm saying this as somebody who enjoys first-person shooters. So I understand it's kind of hypocritical. Like, yeah, you play gun games. What's the difference? But like, I play Fortnite and a little bit of Off the Grid, which are both set in fantasy universes and don't mirror any real-life wars at all. So I play as like John Cena and I shoot at Goku, so whatever. But that's getting off topic. I decided to sort the Steam list by worst rated, and FPV Worldwide was at the top of the list, with mostly negative reviews on Steam. Out of all 11 people that rated this game, only one of them left a thumbs up. And it looks sick, dude. It looks like it takes Google Maps and allows you to fly the camera anywhere in the world. Like, that's a pretty cool idea, and the promo video for this game is super hype. But the biggest complaint I see in the reviews is the controls suck and it doesn't feel lifelike, which, to be fair, is pretty much all FPV sims. If you want lifelike controls, then you have to fly in real life. On the reverse of that list are the top 2 rated games, Liftoff and Uncrashed. Liftoff has been around for about 23 years, so they're the OGs. Fun fact, in 2017 they gave me $2,000 and a $1,200 gaming PC to get a Liftoff tattoo, so that's one I personally played a lot, but I also just like the sim. Uncrashed is the other really popular one, and before the game launched, the dev had given me a key, so I did a live stream showing it off, and it's still one of the most popular streams I've ever done. A lot of y'all are new to FPV, and I do see you asking what sim you should get, so my answer, I don't know. I don't really fly sims anymore. I was pretty obsessed with them, but about 4 to 5 years into FPV, I kind of stopped caring. I fly in real life so much that when I get home from an office park or whatever, I don't really want to fly FPV more in a video game. I want to collect hexes to open weapon crates or teabag Mr. Beast in no build mode, But for you, I don't know. Can you hear that? I think that's a lawnmower. But for you, I don't know, get Uncrashed or Liftoff or something. I hear FPV Logic is good too. Also, there's a Tiny Whoop one that's really fun, but it's just not on Steam. You have to go download it from a Tiny Whoop website somewhere. It's a secret, I think. One of the rad things about Uncrashed, however, is the community, and more specifically, the community-made maps. This person made an entire IKEA that you can rip. Also, the mall from Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Remember how it was like, all this reminds you of Tony Hawk at the top of the video? Everything is full circle. So even if you suck at flying, you can still have fun making super cool maps for other people to rip. FPV sims have come a long way since the days of Freerider. I mean, look at this one, FPV Logic. It's using some game engine that looks fantastic and claims to be an FPV drone simulator with near real-world physics and operation experience. That's pretty sick. I wonder how long it'll be until we get near photorealistic analog video simulations like that game Body Cam. Oh, it looks like somebody already is. This game Flow State is trying to replicate the look and feel of racing analog. That's pretty cool. I guess it really depends on what you want out of a simulator. If you're a brand new pilot, definitely pick up one like Uncrashed or Liftoff, or just anything cheap that teaches you how to use a radio to control a drone. If you already know how to fly, then you want something with decent physics, or at least configurable ones. Or if your goal is to improve your skill set without crashing your precious drone baby, you get one of the more popular ones like Uncrashed or FPV Logic. And if you're a racer, I don't know. I don't race. But if you're a racer, you probably already just rock the DRL one because you can win prizes and stuff. No matter your choice in FPV sims, you'll probably buy 3 more in the course of your career. So go ahead and just get that first one out of the way. Probably Uncrashed because Tony Hawk maps. Oh, and for those of you that game on toasters, I didn't forget about you. I didn't have a decent computer until a couple years ago, which is another reason I played so much FPV Freerider. It'll basically run on anything. Just make sure you look at the specs in Steam because some of these sims will run like shit if you don't have a computer that can handle it. If you don't know what your computer's specs are or you don't know what the fuck Steam is, then that's okay. Back in the day, we didn't have FPV sims. We learned by going outside, breaking all of our shit until we stopped breaking all of our shit every time we went out. And that's a great way to learn too. I think the overall lesson in this video is sims can be incredibly helpful to new pilots learning the ropes. They can help established pilots try new tricks without fear of being financially ruined. And if you're like me, mid-40s, anxiety-riddled mess, just raw dogging life without medication, really is a blast to chug an Old English 64-ounce in your gangster Tweety Taz shirt, put on some Dead Kennedys, play some sim in the Tony Hawk level, just really let that nostalgia blast. All right, my little grinderinos, that's going to do it for today's video. I do appreciate you watching, and if you've never flown in a sim before and you're new to FPV, definitely pick up a sim. It'll help you a lot. Even if it doesn't help, you'll have fun flying drones around with other people and maybe like learn some stuff. I don't know. If you want to learn how I afford to do YouTube for a living, you can click right here. This is my Patreon. I don't make any money doing ad revenue. I don't really do sponsorships at all. I just go, look at my Patreon. If you like my videos, that's how I do it. If you want to see a video where I'm not just sitting in a room talking the whole time, you can watch this one right here. This is me actually flying some drones. And besides that, I just promise that next time will be better. So press the like button and come back next time maybe, or not. I don't care. Bye.